Let's have a look at how to set up a new prep sheet item. In the event you have selected a master file item to be controlled on the prep sheet, in other words, to be controlled and counted daily, you will need to complete the setup information for this master file item first. Note that you have a shortcut here called Prep Sheet under the Controls tab and an icon called Prep Sheet here. These two are the actual day-to-day count sheets. If we are setting up a new prep item, or if we are specifically making changes to the current setup details for a prep item, we need to go to Files and select Prep Sheet to continue. Any new master file items created and selected to be controlled on the prep sheet will display at the top of the sheet with no details other than the master file item name seen here. It is your responsibility to enter the remaining details so that we can inform the system as to how to control this item and feed us the correct reporting accordingly. Let's discuss the columns within the setup sheet. Firstly, once again, when stars are present, this is an indication to hide or unhide prep items from the prep sheet. As we discussed in our master file creation tutorial, this feature, similar to what you can do in the master file, allows you to hide any prep items that you do not currently need to include on your sheet. This measure of control is especially great for group stores that cannot remove or edit any stock items in their dataset. You will need to get in touch with your data management team or Pilot if we manage your data for you in the event you need to make changes other than hiding or unhiding prep items. Next, we have the name of the stock item, then the prep code. This code will instruct the system to print the item on the control sheet according to the order of the codes. It is also responsible for the communication between the prep stock item and the PLU sale item when a prep link has been established. If you do make changes to the existing prep code for a prep item, you will lose all prep links and will need to relink all the prep items again to the relevant PLU file from scratch. GRP stands for group. You can choose to organize your prep sheet items according to specific group numbers to enable the system to print out the prep control sheet per group per individual page. In other words, the group functions as a page break, so to speak. You can also contact our support team to enable a switch in data tools that allows you to order the prep sheet according to the exact order of your fridges. For example, if you have a row of 330ml Coke and then 330ml Coke Light next to it in your bar fridge grouped under 1, you can instead enter 1-001 for the Coke 330ml and then 1-002 for Coke Light. This should make counting quicker for the stock controller. If this function is not enabled, the system will simply refer to the group number first and then order the items according to the order of the prep codes that are in place. Next, we have control. You can select to say yes or no to control for this item. If you select yes, you will instruct the system to display the usage versus the sales to indicate your variance. If you select no, the system will not indicate any usage nor sales or indicate a variance for that stock item. You will simply track your opening stock and your closing stock counts. PCON stands for point control, which refers to stock points. If you select yes, this means that you prefer your stock to be issued and counted within individual sections in your business. For example, a wine farm may have different sections within the same business, i.e. a wine tasting room, a deli, a restaurant. You could choose to make them responsible to run and manage their own stock and sales by instructing the system to use point controls for their prep items. You will then give each section the ability to issue and control their own stock counts, and thus this creates individual prep sheets instead of having one master prep sheet with all food and beverage items irrespective of sections that use them. They will also balance the variances within their own section. Please view our stock pause tutorial if you are interested in setting up your prep sheets in this manner. The column BSTK stands for Backstock. By saying yes, the system will allow you to carry backstock for this prep item, which means when you increase your stock through either purchasing stock, bulking, or producing, the stock will immediately be pushed to the back first. You will then have to manually issue stock from the back to the front to increase your daily front stock count. This will be your responsibility to manage and will limit the amount of front stock being carried, resulting in potentially easier and smaller amounts to count daily. If no is entered, the system will push any increase in stock through our control measures immediately to front stock, and you will need to count any and all stock for this specific item daily. This takes manual issuing out of the equation, but may result in much larger stock counts daily. Implementing factors will be relevant when you decide to purchase in stock items in one unit, but link the stock in a different unit. For example, purchasing in a bottle of vodka by the bottle, but when it comes to stock linking, you prefer for it to be linked by the tot. You will instruct the system then that there is 30 tots or factors within one bottle when you purchase the bottle. The system will automatically convert the one bottle into 30 tots for you. Just ensure your team is aware whether to purchase the stock item in per bottle or tot unit. It's as easy as checking the master file before assuming the incorrect unit. Factors can include up to 3 decimals when working with items that need to be controlled by weight and not portion. Usage refers to average usage per R1,000 sales. However, this column allows you to enter your own usage total versus the system generating an average usage per 1,000 for you. Keep in mind, if you prefer to allocate your own usage value, this will not update as sales take place. You will need to update this yourself if implemented to ensure accurate estimations. The average column generates an average usage per 1,000 through the system as sales take place and updates daily automatically. You can then use the estimation function in the prep sheet to estimate what to prep per R1,000 sales. The equal column and the hourly prep tick box refers to estimations done through the system by the hour. This could be used by pizzerias, for example, interested in estimations for fresh prep portions by the hour. Now let's have a look at our new item and start setting it up so that we are able to use it. Firstly, let's allocate a prep code. Before we do this, we would need to know what prep code to use, and for us to do this, let's go and search for a similar item so that we can have a look at the code range and find a gap within that code range for us to use. When we punch in this new prep code, you will notice as soon as you punch in the number, the system will jump to the relevant position where that new item now sits. Next, let's continue to allocate a group, and to do this, we will again look at our other beverages and notice that they are allocated to group 4 with an additional code for their order within the fridge. If we want our new beverage to print with these beverages in this order, let's allocate this to group 4-4054. If we prefer to manage and issue our own backstock, we will say yes to backstock here. So when buying in our new stock item, remember that we will need to issue stock to the front in our prep control sheet to ensure we have stock to sell and accurately report on variances from there. Next, we will ensure we say yes to control so we can see those variances from day to day. If you would like to print and view all prep links, click on Print L here. This will display the prep item and all the PLU files linked to it. We will need to ensure we have a relevant PLU sale file already created for this new item before linking the prep item to it. By clicking on Prep Item and clicking Link, we can edit the links here. Feel free to check out our prep link setup tutorial to view how to link these stock items to our PLU files. If of course you already have a PLU file in place, you can select the prep item and click the link and continue to link the PLU file to it with the relevant factor to deduct. When done, click OK. This concludes our prep sheet setup.